Boys, we might need an exorcism on this video, let me tell you that there.
You may not understand this. I don't either. I don't either.
So who you saw in the video there is a guy called Benny Hinn, and he preaches what is called the prosperity gospel, or to me and you, just absolute garbage. So before we start, I want to give you a little bit of context of who Benny Hinn is. Benny Hinn is someone that Christians like to call a wolf in sheep clothing. He is someone who scams innocent, desperate, sick people out of their money with his so-called belief in God. So the main way in which he does this here is he asks his audience or his people who are watching his show or are attending these healing services to donate money with the promise that if they donate money, God will heal them of their sickness, their illness, their cancer, yada yada yada. And usually the worst thing about this here is usually these donations that Benny Hinn is calling for or asking for are usually within the range of $1,000, because you know, God doesn't heal you unless you donate thousands of dollars towards him and his church. You know what I mean? That's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. Benny Hinn apparently doesn't make the rules. That's just what God wants. So now that we have more context on this guy, we can all agree that this guy's literally just a modern day Christian scam artist who just scams innocent people out of their hard-earned money. So we're going to be taking a look at one of these healing services in this video. But first, boys, alright? But first, we're going to church. We're going to praise Jesus. So I got to be looking my Sunday best. Alright, boys, we've got the suit on. We've got the tie up. We've got the nice Windsor nodding. We're ready, boys. One thing, alright, one thing. There's one thing that I know will just top off this outfit 100%. It's the hat, boys. We gotta be looking cool AF when it comes to healing. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be looking our swanky Sunday best when it comes to going to church. Alright. Let the healing commence.
It's gone in his chest.
We break it in the name of the Lord.
So at the bare minimum during one of these healing services, surely you want the announcer to be able to do basic maths. You want her to be able to introduce the people and get their problems correct.
Joshua, 15 years old. He was in a fire when he was 3. It caused traumatic symptoms. He could not speak correctly. He stuttered for 13 years.
Well, this boy is 15 years of age at the time that this healing happened. At the age of 3, he was in a house fire, and for 13 years after that, according to this announcer, he had a stutter. So 3 plus 13, with my very basic knowledge of maths, is not 15, but is 16. So either this announcer got it completely wrong and somehow was mucked up 13 plus 3, or what we have here, boys, is an absolute miracle, and God somehow has added an extra year onto this boy's life. I don't know how it happens, but sometimes that just happens when you donate $1,000 to God.
He stuttered for 13 years.
Bring him up.
I love how at the start, when this woman drags her son and her child, her little girl, on stage, the wee girl looks as if she doesn't have a clue what is happening. And when Benny Hinn hits him with the almighty push from the holies of holies, the woman and the son fall down, and the wee girl kind of looks at her mum like, what's happening here? And the first time she just gradually falls down, like, oh, okay, I get it. I'm supposed to like follow my mum here and just fall on the ground, because God has like forced me on the ground here with 3 Benny Hinn's almighty holy push. But then the second time when it happens, and her mum and her son are pushed down, the wee girl just kind of stands there like, oh no, we're not doing this here today. I'm not falling on the ground looking like an absolute idiot here, mum. Not today.
She was in the choir. Her glasses fell off. She could see.
Did you catch that? She was in the choir, and her glasses fell off. What a travesty. She was singing a beautiful angelic song during these healing services, and her glasses fell off. I don't know whether someone stood on them, but she couldn't see anymore. So Benny Hinn all of a sudden again went with the holies of holies push, and all of a sudden you can hear the announcer, as soon as she pushes the guy over, as soon as he pushes the girl over, I don't know how they like check whether they're healed or not, whether it's just like a belief, they just believe that they're healed, but as soon as Benny Hinn hits her with that almighty push from above, she's healed.
She could see.
I mean, all I would have done was went to Specsavers and got another pair of glasses, but apparently not. Apparently this girl just knows if she loses her glasses, the first thing she does is just goes to Benny Hinn. It's amazing.
Cancer, Pastor! Cancer! All the pain is gone! Cancer!
I think this is just like charge up kind of boost. He's like absorbing all this holy power when he's dancing on stage. You can't just do the simple stand up and push. You gotta like charge this shit up. You know what I mean? You gotta do this dancing. Ooh, cancer free. Here comes the coat, boys. Here comes the almighty coat of justice. What I like to call it. The almighty coat of healing and justice. Whatever you did wrong in your life, which is the reason why you've got this health problem, donate $1,000. I'll give you the coat of justice and bam, you're healed. That's it. You ready for it? He's winding that up, boys. He's winding his hand up. He's getting his hand warmed up so he can just hit this person square in the... I was going to say square in the nuts, but they're women, so square in the face. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, my best part about this whole bit here, right? My best and the funniest thing about this here is this little old man you see in the front of your screen here, alright? He's kind of sitting there. This is the type of guy who has probably been dragged out by his wife, alright? His wife is like this like prosperity gospel lover, and she's told him, listen Jimmy, alright? If you come out to this healing service with me, I will take you to the pub afterwards, alright? You come out to the healing service, we will go to the pub afterwards, and you can drink as much beer and Guinness as you want. Alright? Because this guy is not convinced that this works. You can tell by the late reaction. When Benny Hinn hits the people around him with this almighty coat of justice and healing, the man just kind of looks around and he's like, okay, I think I better just like fall over here. Am I doing it right, Shirley? Is this worthy of a pint of Guinness after this? Is this good? The coat strikes again. The almighty coat of healing and justice just gave this man a concussion. Do you see the sheer force at which this man just collapsed on the ground with? It was so powerful that it actually knocked down the guys trying to hold the guy up. Damn. That's what I call some almighty power. If I've ever seen almighty power, that's it right there.
She's an athlete, had rheumatoid.
All this healing is thirsty work. He's calling his background staff. Yo, give me a drink back there, will you? This is thirsty business here. This is thirsty. I need some friggin' aqua to wash this down here. Speaking of which, I think I actually might need some alcoholic beverages to get through the rest of this here. In the spirit of Benny Hinn and this healing service, I think it's time to take some shots. That's all I'm saying. We gotta get through this somehow. We gotta get through this absolute garbage somehow. Cheers to Benny Hinn and the old man Jimmy, whose wife Shirley dragged him out to this healing service. This one's for you, Jimmy. I hope you enjoyed the pint of Guinness after your wonderful display. Alright. Let's go.
Infection, collapse, pain, severe lower back.
This is how stupid and crazy these healing services are, alright? The announcer lady, I don't know whether she didn't know that her mic was on or what, but she's literally yelling at these group of people coming up to be healed to like collapse in sections as this almighty force of holy power comes through Benny Hinn's hands as he karate chops someone in the throat. He's literally telling the women or the people have to collapse, alright? The healing part doesn't work unless you put on a beautiful show for us all, alright? We want to see collapse on the ground and give yourself whiplash in the process.
Severe lower back.
I think he actually did give that woman whiplash. Just literally, she's not even expecting it. She just comes up ready for this almighty holy power. Benny Hinn just straight up, hand to the face, just bitch, yeet, be gone, Satan. Oh my goodness, you can literally do nothing but laugh at this guy. This is actually amazing. I love it. I feel it's so sad for the people that go to these shows and actually believe that they're being healed. I don't actually know if they do believe it or not, or whether they're just like overwhelmed with this like pure emotion that everyone's like singing and jumping for joy. I don't know what it is, but these people like go with it and go with the flow and actually start collapsing on the ground. It's actually crazy.
What happened? Tumor disappeared.
Oh no. Oh no. It is literally an 80-year-old grandma. This is someone's granny. Look at her face. She looks terrified. She literally looks as if she's like bracing to be like punched in the face by like Benny Hinn. She looks absolutely terrified.
Stroke 3 days ago. A stroke. All the pain and paralysis is gone.
So this guy supposedly had a stroke 3 days ago. I don't know how he's like walking on stage after he had a stroke 3 days ago. Like surely if you had a stroke you would still be in hospital. I don't know, I've never had a stroke before, but I would say if you had a stroke and you went to the hospital, you would still be in hospital 3 days later. But this man comes waltzing onto the stage. Benny Hinn does his karate chops, his pushbacks and all that there. The guy looks worse than what he did when he walked on stage, and I think even Benny Hinn was a wee bit worried for a second. You could see after his like all dancing moves, he kind of looked back and was kind of like, are you okay? That wasn't too hard, no? God didn't strike you too hard there with my healing power, no? Okay, good. Back to dancing.
Join hands quick. Join hands, I said, quick.
You could tell at this point he got kind of annoyed that like no one was actually listening to him. He literally was like, join hands, quick. Join hands. When no one actually listened to him, he was like, listen up here, you freaking little scumbags, alright? We gotta make this shit look good for the cameras, alright? So you better join hands now, otherwise you're not gonna be getting the freaking almighty coat of healing and justice, alright? Join hands, you little freaking scoundrels.
Take the Nordic!
Holy smokes. This guy went for it. This guy wanted to feel the full force of that code of healing and justice. He like literally ran towards it, giving this poor little lady on the right, on his left, whiplash. What the heck?
All three of them. Holy, holy.
This is the best part of the whole video, when he's just whacked these ladies down. Holy, holy. You can't beat a good old holy. Cannot beat it. Alright, it just brings all this madness and calms it all down. Holy, holy.
Take the fresh breath of the Spirit.
I love the guy who's just standing there in the middle of the crowd. Once Benny Hinn's hit them with the code of healing and justice, he's just standing there with his little camera up, just like, oh yeah, this is some good shit. This is some good stuff. This is going on freaking my Facebook tonight. This is going to get me 1 million views guaranteed. Look at all these freaking fools falling around the place. You just know that guy is someone who has heard about all this craziness, who just wanted to come to the show to see it firsthand. Kind of like what I would like to do. I would love to go to one of these shows and just see what happens. I just love to go to one of these servers and take out my phone like this guy and just record all the madness that's happening. Boys, I hope you enjoyed the video today. I wanted to touch on just at the very end here the reason why I wanted to do this video, and the main reason for that is, as someone who comes from a Christian faith background, someone who used to go to church, I don't go to church anymore, but I still hold on to my Christian faith. During the time when I went to church, these people used to like annoy me because I think they gave the Christian faith and religion such a bad rep. It made the Christian faith look as if it was just a bunch of lunatics and crazy people, when in my belief this isn't what the Christian faith is at all. And I don't want to offend anyone here, who maybe goes to these things or has been to these things, alright? But the year is 2022, and let's be honest, me simply saying hi or boo to people sometimes offends them, so what are you going to do, boys? Alright, absolutely nothing. People who go to these things have such a skewed idea of what the Christian religion is and what the Christian faith is. And the people, the pastors, the so-called pastors like Benny Hinn, who preach this prosperity gospel and somehow teach that by donating them $1,000 they can be healed and all this garbage, it's, in my opinion, makes the Christian faith look like an absolute mockery and is, in fact, an insult to the Christian faith. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that quickly as to the reason why I wanted to do this video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you did. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoy these types of videos. I will be doing a lot more of these videos in the coming weeks. I'm going to try and do one of these videos a week. So if you did enjoy it, like I said, hit that sub button, hit that like button, and maybe comment down below. Have you been to some of these venues before? Have you been to any of these services before? I would really like to know what kind of wackos go to these kind of services. But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys all next time. And until then, as always, goodbye.